What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the blue color, playing as the god Kronos. His name is Ulysses. His opponent today in the red color, playing as also the god Kronos. His name is Tigerboss. Now, do we call him the god Kronos, or do we call him the Titan Kronos? What does it say about him? The youngest of the Titans. We don't even call him the god. We call him the Titan Kronos. All right. The Titan Kronos. All right. So, onwards and upwards. Game number 4. Game number 4. 2 plus 1 is 2. Or 3. And then you have to have these. You've done 3 games, so the next one in the series is 4. That's how that works, if you were wondering. So, Ulysses on game point right now. Win this game, win the series. That's how it goes. That's essentially the rules. If you get to 3 first at this stage of the tournament, you win. If you are Tigerboss, you have to win the next game as well as this game in a row. However, Tigerboss did win the first series, so he's due for another win here. So we'll see if he's going to be able to make this work. We'd have an interesting comment in the chat here from Sigma. Can't remember the last time I saw a Kronos mirror. And there you go. We've got a bit of a spicy one. Not a lot of knowledge for this matchup, I don't think. Because what does Kronos really want to do? He wants to be aggressive, but normally Kronos has an advantage against his opponent because he can be very aggressive and his opponent can't be very, just can't compete. If his opponent is Kronos, then is that then mean the natural progression is that maybe you should play defensive? If you play defensive, then your opponent's aggression is cancelled a little bit. Who knows? We'll see how it's going to go. Tigerboss is already scouting out. Ulysses is already scouting out very, very far forward. So there is a world where both players are going to be advancing incredibly quick in this game. We are seeing villagers on wood here? It doesn't look like it. It looks like Tigerboss might be looking to go for... He might be looking to go for a fast advance time. But he's a little bit confused here. He's dropped a little bit of this wood, a little bit of this wood, and a little bit of this wood. So this is all kind of inefficiencies in a way, because the villager takes a little bit of time to chop the wood down. So if you're in a very, very tight, if you're in with a very, very tight amount of time, you have to get those down. So we will be seeing what looks to me to be an attempt at a very fast advance time here. So too is Ulysses going for that same build. Both players recognizing the advantage of advancing quickly in this matchup, but both players are being, if you ask me, slightly inefficient getting there. As Tigerboss does manage to click up first, Ulysses clicks up second. Both players going Prometheus here. And I think these guys have played each other quite a bit now, as they're realizing the things which can work and the things which can't work. So everything right now is going to come down to micro here. And I love that Ulysses is bringing his oracles back. I think that playing defensive here is exactly right. You cast Valor, you get a Hero Citizen. It's as simple as that. Your opponent casts Valor, they do not get a Hero Citizen. So you're already at advantage. That's your little advantage. And then you have to work off of that advantage to find yourself a win here. But both players are going to hit the Classic Legend roughly at the same time. And we do see Tigerboss simply put, just throwing his deconstruction down, adding insult to injury right now. Do we see a temple coming up? Yes, 2 villagers are going to be trying to spam this one up as fast as they possibly can. And they do manage to do so. The oracles here for Tigerboss going to be retreating back. Does he have himself speedy oracles? No, he doesn't. Does Ulysses have speedy oracles? No, he doesn't. Why these players don't have focus is beyond me. So we see counter barracks, military barracks being dropped here for Ulysses. The oracle's going to be searching around the top side of the map, looking for what's going on over there. As we do see some relics on the map. Got the Feathers of Fenrir. 1 shot, 1 kill relic on the animals from the villagers. And the Harmonious necklace over here, 10% villager gold gather rate. As we'll see how this game is going to go here. So the Mermillo coming out. The Terma coming out as well. And now we just have both players kind of having a little bit of a waiting time here, making their units. Ulysses slightly behind on population for whatever reason, but he does have a little bit more resources in the bank. As both players are going to be scouting around, we see the berry bushes being found, the aurochs being found. Not really that much scouting actually from Tigerboss. He does know that he's got aurochs in front of him here, so he can move on to those. So he probably doesn't need to scout, but there is a whole bunch of food over here. We've got boar, we've got aurochs, we've got berries, we've got a bear, we've got more boar, yada, yada, yada. So we'll see what these players are going to make happen here as oftentimes the player to make the first move is the player to lose in this kind of a matchup. Because defender's advantage is pretty big. So we will be seeing Tigerboss's army coming out. He's got himself 2 Mermillo, 3 Terma, 2 Promethean, and 3 Oracles. 4 Mermillo for Ulysses, 5 Terma, 5 Mermillo. Has his Oracles. He does move forward. He will move straight past Tigerboss's army. Big mistakes here for Ulysses. He's trying to make up for it. And what did I say? The first person to move out, while Tigerboss did move out technically first, Ulysses actually moved out first because he interacted with the army first by sending his army through there, but doesn't lose any units. But definitely in a bit of trouble here. As now Tigerboss marching forward. 72 population for Ulysses, 67 for Tigerboss. As now the armies can greet each other in the middle of this location here. The army of Ulysses trying to sneak around the back. We see a little bit of speed walking to get out of here as more units are moving in. Every time you have a unit here, you can speed walk away, and Tigerboss actually doing this very, very nicely. He definitely knows that that's a thing, and he gets out of here. Fine, 81 population for Ulysses. So Tigerboss is 79, so 83 to 79. Still an advantage for Ulysses, but very minute. So everything does still come down to the micro in these fights, and Ulysses not ready to take this fight, wants to pull back just a little bit here as Tigerboss wandering forward with his army. All of Tigerboss's economy is kind of on the left side of the map, though, as he's moving around the right side of the map. As now the units are going to be moving forward here. And Ulysses trying to get back, trying to get away. He does manage to get back into his main base. His other units are searching for kind of straggler units over here. This is a really, really smart way to get in front of your opponent, but Tigerboss too good, not going to lose too many units, and he might actually catch out Ulysses' army right now. He's got a ton of Promethean in the back. The rest of the units are going to be coming through here to start getting some kills. 100 population for Ulysses is going to start hurting quite a bit. We do see the Terma getting some shots off, but a little bit drunk. They do manage, nope, they don't manage to kill anything here. 1 Terma falling actually, and then the rest of these units for Ulysses looking to get in front, but Ulysses still taking his time. We do indeed see medium infantry coming through for Tigerboss. No medium infantry for Ulysses just yet. Here he is onto his Auroch on this location over here. Plenty of villagers on the resources. Unlike the Uranus matchup or the Gaia matchup, HEHEHEHE is not available. So what do these players actually choose? You can go for an Implode timing. You could go for a Helios if you do decide to go for the Mythic Age. So interested to see what's going to be picked where that's concerned. As we got the legend Chrono JJ in the chat telling people to use time shift on their buildings, which is definitely a good usage of it. One way you can do it actually is control group your buildings so that you can easily just select them and then time shift them, and you don't even have to like click away from the army. Little known facts. We do see the army starting to push in here, getting some good damage done. As I mean, I don't know who's going to win this fight. This fight is complete chaos. We do have a Cairo Ballista out for Tigerboss, so it does get a little bit of extra damage in. We see the Valors getting dropped down for Tigerboss on the back there as the fight is continuing. Ulysses slightly down on the population right now as the units are getting taken out very, very fast. I don't even know what these guys are trying to do micro-wise as the Prometheans getting onto the back here. Tigerboss 93 population, slight advantage here, and Ulysses does decide to pull back there in that moment as most of the turn are there seemingly fallen for Tigerboss. But the Murmillo is still all alive, whereas the Ulysses Murmillo mostly taken out. He's got 10 Murmillo versus like 8. I would say a bit of an advantage there for Tigerboss in terms of those units there for sure, as he's now back up to 105 population. Lots of low HP units though, I would say, for Tigerboss, so they can get taken out very, very easy here. As Tigerboss still trying to force a fight, trying to get in here. There's a certain amount of carry balances for both players. One more for Tigerboss right now, but pretty even here. As Tigerboss is going to keep on chipping away at Ulysses' army as he's retreating yet again. Not really able to do all too much, I would say. So unfortunately, the Atlantean matchup with Kronos, you don't have that speed that Uranos has, so going for the raids can be a little bit challenging. Ulysses is sniping units nicely as he's pushing back in here. We see some Murmillo getting taken down as the Caraballister getting some big damage done. Prometheans trying to push in, but Ulysses doesn't have the army here. Tigerboss has just got more army than Ulysses, and I don't think Ulysses has quite worked that out, as right now he's dropped down to 75 population, and Tigerboss has done, I don't know what he's done here. He's got 2 citizen more than Ulysses. I don't think Ulysses has dropped a citizen in terms of lost one. He's got a ton more Murmillo than Ulysses. And now Tigerboss is taking his opponent's hunt in the middle of the map. So Tigerboss, every advantage you could possibly want here in this game. We'll see if he's going to be able to find any more advantages. For now, Tigerboss wandering over onto this location. We do see some time-shifting shenanigans happening to keep his gold villagers safe, but Tigerboss says, look, I can just attack your gold mine right now. He sends his Promethean over the other side of the map. 82 population for Ulysses. He's going to try and distract just a little bit, but I don't think that the Tigerboss is going to fall for this. He's going straight for the jugular. He sees the citizen over here, going to be trying to take them out. The citizen is going to be jumping into the manor here as the Ulysses Caraballister getting some good damage done. Tigerboss going to be retreating away up to this top location. He's got plenty of Promethean here. Both players actually got plenty of Promethean in this army, but there's not really any heroes here anymore, as on the top here, Ulysses does get a nice little trade on that army, but everything matters over here. Tigerboss still pushing in. He still has the advantage in terms of population. He does cast the deconstruction on this position here to start being able to take down those citizen. That doesn't do as much damage as you might think to Ulysses, because he's actually already got he's got less than 95 population here, so no real slowing down on the production for Ulysses in this position, as Tigerboss is still trying to push through. 90 population, 86 population, not really able to win this game at this point like he would have liked, as Ulysses manages to hold on. We might see a citizen falling nearly, but both those Caraballister do go down. One citizen does go down, so a big advantage in citizen count right now for Tigerboss. He's at 16 citizen, whereas Ulysses is at 12. That is like a differential of over 10 regular citizens, which is a huge advantage at 13 minutes into the game. As we also see, a second town center is now up for Tigerboss, which is absolutely gigantic right now. We see the citizen retreating away from this hunt. Definitely don't want to give away that their position is here, but it looks like they have been spotted. The Chrono JJ time shift would be very clutch here, but doesn't go for it. The citizen will get back to safety, as Tigerboss has managed to come forward here with a bit of an advantage in this game. 2 town centers to 1 is a big advantage considering what's going on. The Murmillo trying to get on top of these Caraballister. The hero citizen going to be waltzing forward here to try and get straight onto this Tigerboss. She does take a lot of damage here and will, in fact, get immediately sniped off. So, evidently, walks to her death as Ulysses is going to be retreating away here. Husbandry now coming through for Ulysses. I mean, there is still a way forward for Ulysses if he can get, I mean, maybe, I don't know if he's going to be able to. If he can get to the heroic age before Tigerboss, but I feel like Tigerboss's resources are just piling up. Has he not been building Citizen? Kind of forgot to build Citizen a little bit, or maybe he lost one. So the villager differential kind of shrunk just a little bit there, as Tigerboss will slowly start getting in front of Ulysses in terms of villager count here. Like more so, as the Mamillo do spot this raid over here. Ulysses trying to hit that gold mine, not going to be able to. Tigerboss is on multiple different gold mines over here as well. He's also eating his hunt on this location. Plenty of aurochs over here. Got the boars. He's eating the boars. Going to those berries in the corner if he knows that they're there. As the Tigerboss stuff pushing forward onto the enemy Tigerboss. The splash damage that they do is actually a real big deal. Now do they get bonus versus siege? No, but they're still getting like splash damage done onto all these units as the Tigerboss army does come around, surrounds those Tigerboss. They're going to be taking them down very, very fast here as Ulysses is continuing to take this fight, but it doesn't look like Ulysses is going to be able to hold here as he does decide to tap out in the 15th minute. Down a town center, down in economy, down in villager count, down in a town center, down in army. Down and out indeed. There's no real way to come back from this position as Ulysses decides give Tigerboss the dub. Go on to game number 5. A nice game here from Tigerboss. I can't put my finger on exactly what happened here. This is going to be one of those recorded games that you'd have to go back and watch again, or watch the fight again. But when Ulysses fought Tigerboss, it was equal population, equal units, but for some reason Tigerboss comes out with tons more Momillo than Ulysses does. And he just uses that advantage and sits on the advantage to stay in front. Then the big fight happens, and it's just because there's more Momillo for Tigerboss, the Terma don't do as much, and he can just kind of win that fight fairly easily. So a weird one. I don't fully understand the Atlantean Mirror. It's one of the weirdest matchups for me. There's got to be some sort of key to it, something to think about over the next couple of years and try and work out how it's supposed to be played. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.